How's it going, guys? It's Red, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys another super busted shotgun setup that you guys could be using right now in Back 4 Blood. Now, using this setup is going to turn all of your shotguns into literal laser guns that are going to kill everything, including special infected, super quickly and super far away with absolute ease. Now, this build should easily get you guys through Recruit, Veteran, and can even be taken into Nightmare with a team, and notably, this is going to be after the November patch, so this means most likely until the December patch, this is going to be a really good setup to use. But before we get into that, if you're new here to the channel, make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe for more awesome Back 4 Blood content just like this. Also, make sure to check out the link to my Discord server. It's going to be down in the description below. You guys can use it to find teammates to play Back 4 Blood with, so if you guys are in some dire need of teammates, make sure to come check out the Discord server. And without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Alright, so here we are in the deck building menu in Back 4 Blood. This is going to be the complete deck list that I'm just going to be going over for the video, so if you guys are just looking to copy and paste the deck, feel free to do so now, but I am going to be spending the remainder of this video kind of just talking about why every card's in the deck, why it is where it is, and just why everything's here. Also, just a quick deck building tip, just for how deck building works in Back 4 Blood, is the order that you guys put the cards in your deck is the order that you guys are going to see them in the campaign. So that means that the first card that you put in your deck, which in this case is going to be Mag Coupler, is going to be the first card that I get, and in this case it's actually going to be my starter card, so I get this card no matter what every single time before I even pick out some cards, and then I'm going to get Quick Kill, Scattergun kills, and then it's going to go all the way down to Hyper Focused. So you usually want to put the cards in your deck in order from best to worst, and you usually want to have the cards that kind of just make your whole deck's engine work. You want to have them really high, if not like the first cards. And the number 1 and 2 slot in this deck are actually going to be the engine cards for this deck. Number 1 being Mag Coupler, which gives us plus 50% reload speed, which disables our aim down sights. Now, using this setup, we aren't going to be aim down sights at all. We actually have like about a third of our deck that actually disables us from aim down sights, but like the upsides that you get from not being able to ADS is totally worth all this stuff, because right now we have plus 50% reload speed, and with the number 2 is going to be Quick Kill, and it's going to give us plus 50% accuracy, which also disables our ADS. So right now, for not ADSing, we get plus 50% reload speed and 50% accuracy. And how accuracy works in this game, it's kind of worded funny, because all it does is it tightens the bullet spread of the whatever gun you're using, whether you're ADSing or you're just hip firing. So when you get plus 50% accuracy, that is going to reduce the bullet spread of all of your guns to 50%, and if you can get this to 100%, it is going to make every gun, including shotguns, shoot in a completely straight line with absolutely no recoil. So the entire purpose of this deck that we are doing is to shoot our shotguns into a laser beam, reload them super quickly, and then just keep shooting them with our super accurate laser beam shotguns. Now, in the number 3 spot is going to be Scattergun kills, which is going to give us plus 40% reload speed with shotguns. And something to just kind of note, all these percentages, they're all marked in a different category. So like plus 50% reload speed is different than reload speed with shotguns, if that makes sense, because reload speed with shotguns is its own category and reload speed is its own category as well. And you never want to go over 100% in any of these categories, because the moment you go over 100%, so say I had Mag Coupler, which gives me 50% reload speed, and then had some imaginary card that gives me plus 60% reload speed, you would think that, you know, 60 plus 50 equals 110, so I should have 110% reload speed, but that's actually not how it works. So in this case, since I would have 10% over 100, I would actually go back down to 90%. So it's very important that you look at all of the percentages and actually add them up to make sure that they don't go over 100%, and to know the difference between reload speed with shotguns and just reload speed in general. Because if I didn't know this, I would already think I'm at 90% reload speed, but in reality, I can stack this reload speed 50% more and just enjoy this extra 40%. That's why it's so high on the deck. And in the number 4 spot is going to be Shell Carrier. It's going to give us plus 30% shotgun ammo capacity and plus 10% damage with shotguns. It's just a really synergistic card with the deck. It puts on a lot of work. I feel like this one's just really self-explanatory. Number 5 is Optics Enthusiast. It gives us plus 30% accuracy and minus 20% stamina efficiency. Now the accuracy, as I said before, just tightens the bullet spread. So as we combine Quick Kill and Optics Enthusiast, you're going to notice that when you shoot your shotgun, there's going to be absolutely no spread, and you are going to be able to completely control as steadily as you could with the sniper rifle where your bullets go. And that with a shotgun is very, very overpowered. Now, number 6 is going to be Marked for Death. This one says, mutations you ping are highlighted and your team deals 10% increased damage to highlighted enemies. So this means each player on the team is going to deal 10% more damage to whatever you ping. And this is mainly just to combat the new November update that they put in, because with the November update, they made all of the special infected, but more specifically tall boys and ogres, so much more beefy, and it's so much harder to take them down now. So we really need that plus 10% from each player, because that is going to give us plus 40% combined damage to just do against the special infected. Number 7 is going to be Silver Bullets. This gives us plus 10 bullet percent damage and plus 150% bullet penetration, with a downside that says when you kill a mutation, you lose 5 copper. Now, I know that that downside sounds really bad, but it's really not when you think about it, because think about how many actual special infected you kill in a game. You know what I mean? Like, per mission, I would say on average, you're not killing more than 10, right? And even if you do kill 10, you just lose 50 copper. Like, that is not a lot of copper. I don't even think 50 copper can buy anything in the shop. You know what I mean? So it's not like it's that big of a deal. And for all this upside that you get, plus 150% bullet penetration and 10% bullet damage, that is way too good of an upside for this puny downside. Now, number 8 is going to be Motorcycle Helmet. It's going to give us plus 15% damage resistance and plus 10 health, but it disables our aim downsides, but we already have 2 cards that do that, so it's really not that big of a deal. This is just the best out of all of these like padded suit type effects, but the only reason that I'm playing Motorcycle Helmet over padded suit is because we're already disabling our ADS pretty willingly, and this is the best out of these 3. Usually I'd pick padded suit because in most other decks I'm going to be aim down sights, but not this one. If you're ever not aim down sights, like if you're also just playing a melee build, play Motorcycle Helmet, it's the best one. Number 9 is going to be Front Sight Focus, just gives us plus 20% accuracy, and right now if you count it up, we got 20%, and then we got 50%, and then we got 30%, which is going to give us plus 100% accuracy. So when you have all 3 of these cards activated, that is when your shotgun is going to be officially a laser beam. And this doesn't only go for shotguns, it's going to go for every single weapon that you guys are going to be using for the remainder of the game as long as you're using this build. So as long with like your, you know, your spare Tech 9 or your Beretta or whatever your secondary is, that is also going to be a laser beam as well. Now, number 10 is going to be Ammo Belt. It's going to give us plus 50% ammo capacity with minus 20% stamina efficiency. We really do go through a lot of ammo in this deck, especially when we start getting things like the fully automatic shotgun or even just the semi-auto shotgun. We start just absolutely blowing through rounds like it's no one's business. And unless we're in an all-bot game that constantly keeps dropping us ammo, we are going to be running out. So the plus 50% ammo capacity is really worth the 20% stamina efficiency downside. Number 11 is going to be Wide Mouth Magwell. It's just going to give us plus 30% reload speed, minus 5% damage resistance. It's just a nice kind of thing to wrap up everything that we're doing, because outside of Mag Coupler and Scattergun skills, we don't really have any reload speed effects, and at this point in the deck, we kind of have like the damage engine going. Like the rest of the cards in this deck are just like kind of overkill, over the top, making sure we can just one tap essentially anything as long as we hit weak spots, but we haven't really had a lot of reload cards other than those 2 to this point, so that's why it's all the way down here, because like I said earlier, you see these cards in the order you put them in your deck. Now, number 12 and 13 are essentially the same card in this deck. They are worded a little differently and they serve the same purpose. They are both just bullet damage enhanced cards. Like, they just make our shotgun stronger. And towards this point in the game where we're going to be going through the end of the deck, that's what we're going to need to focus on, because towards the finales, like, Back 4 Blood has a real big tendency to just like turn the game into special infected spam, you know, throwing like 6 tall boys at you while having 5 hawkers shoot stuff at you. Like, you need to be able to consistently one-tap all these special infecteds. Like, even if you can't consistently one-tap tall boys, you should still be able to one-tap stalkers, hawkers, you know, exploders, all that stuff with absolute ease at this point. And being able to one-tap all of those guys is going to be very critical for your team, especially when you're going into modes like Nightmare, where you're going to need everyone just, you know, ready to go at all times. Now, number 14 is going to be reload drills. Now, if you combine reload drills with magwell with mag coupler, that is going to give us plus 100% reload speed. So, like I said before, with just how percentages work. So, when you have all three of these active, you are going to have the fastest reload humanly possible in Back 4 Blood. So, right now, all the way, just using card slots 1 through 14, we're going to have the most accurate guns humanly possible in the game, along with the fastest reloads humanly possible in the game. And then sprinkled in with all of that is going to just be damage enhancers that just make all of our guns even stronger on top of that. And don't forget scattergun skills, still giving us that additional 40% on top of all this. So even though like the game didn't really mean it to be this way, I have a plus 140% reload speed. And number 15, the last card in the deck is just going to be hyper focused. It just gives us plus 50% weak spot damage. Like I said, the finales in Back 4 Blood kind of tend to just be special infected spam sometimes, and just doing the plus 50% weak spot damage is really critical. It's just going to make it so you can one tap all these guys and just make your life so much easier. Well, that's going to do it for the video, guys. That is going to be the complete deck list. Make sure to leave a comment down below telling me any card changes that you guys would put into this deck, and I'll make sure to get back to you. And as always, if you happen to enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more awesome Back 4 Blood content just like this. Also, make sure to check out the link to my Discord server. It's going to be down in the description below. You guys can use it to find teammates to play Back 4 Blood with, so if you guys are in some dire needed teammates, make sure to come check out the Discord server. And until next time, it's been Red, and I'll see you guys in the next video.